I have wanted one of these cars for years and years and years, but I could never, and I apologize if the wind noise is bad. This thing is a 1978, so it's not really sealed very well. But I have wanted one of these cars forever, and I could never find a clean one. And this thing pops up on Facebook Marketplace, and the dude's asking more than I want to spend. I go out there to look at it. It's a freaking cream puff. I mean, long story short, I'm coming home with a new car. Nothing really crazy wrong with the car. The inside, you got a little bit of an alignment deal, but nothing crazy. The dash is cracked, which is whatever. And the door panels, that's like the worst right there, the little marks. But like the seats, I mean, the headliner is a little dirty, but the car is, I mean, it's absolutely an insane shape for the year. And it's wild. Driving these things like driving a time capsule. I didn't realize till I was halfway home that I don't have a tach, I don't have a coolant gauge. I have a exterior temp gauge down here, but everything, I mean, like the heater box works, the radio still works. I got this for when I get lost. Like, this thing is just insane. I should probably tell you, it's a 1978 Chevrolet Caprice sedan. I didn't even say what kind of car it is because I'm so blinded by how happy I am that I finally found one! Woo! So the guy that I bought it from out in Lebanon, Kentucky, he purchased this thing from the original owner, an older woman who had it parked under a carport for however long. It's only got 80,000 original miles on it. And it, like I said, I keep bringing it up, it's just in great shape. No rust on the underbody. He bought this car because he was going to rip the body off the frame and he was going to use the chassis for a 1941 Plymouth Coupe that he was building. And went another direction. The chassis he had was clean, so he just decided, you know what, I'm going to just sell it. It had a factory vinyl top that he tore the vinyl top off and he ground down all the paint, or glue rather, to bare metal, and he repainted the top half white, and then the remainder of the car is original cream paint. But we got a carbureted 305. I don't even know what transmission came in these things factory. And unlike other YouTubers, I'm not gonna just go Google it and pretend like I bought it because it's got a real nice 700 R4. Like, I don't know what it has. It doesn't matter, because if I keep the car, then it's not gonna keep the engine in the trans. And so far, I feel like I'm gonna hang on to this car, at least for a month or two. Probably build it halfway, then sell it. It's kind of my thing. All right, we're home. We're at the homestead. Probably remember this thing. I also added a new mod to it. I put the 3 passes I've made on masking tape so I can remember how many passes it takes me to beat rye. Look at this thing. It is so clean. I'm just so stoked on it. I don't have specific plans for it. I really don't. I've wanted to buy one of these things for a long time. I'll tell you why in a second. But I would like it to have, 750, 800 horsepower and still look like this, like nothing fancy from the outside. There's one major, oh man, that's what happens. You live on the side of a dirt hill. It's just, the car is so straight, the whole thing. So the trim on the bottom, he did give to me, so I got to throw that back on there. The top, like I said, it was vinyl. Let me get this little bit of dirt. They took it down to bare metal and they hit it back with the white paint. I'm not a fan of yellow. I hate the color yellow, so I'm not going to refer to it yellow. It's just cream. So anybody that says yellow, you're wrong. It's not yellow. It's in fact cream, and it's a cream puff or cream pie, depending on what part of the country you're in. But man, I'm so stoked on it. Ugh. I mean, does it get any better than this? A carbureted, what are they, 305s, I think, right? And all original everything. Looks like the battery is from September, so it's got a new battery. The AC, I don't know if the AC is charged and or works, but it's got it, so that's cool. Man. Like, I don't know if that you can see, but as far as rust goes, the worst rust I have found is in one of the door frames. Let me show you. This is the worst I found. And it looked really bad at first, but it's actually, if I take this down, it's not through to the other side. That's the worst I have found on the whole car. And the rest of the door is great, but that is, and it's like I said, I'm putting a lot of force on it and it's not busting through, which I probably shouldn't. That's my test method, is try to break it. But man, one of the reasons that I have wanted one of the, you know what? Let me just wait for the garage door to close. So a big reason that I've wanted one of these for as long as I have is a film featuring the best comedian to ever grace this universe. His name's Chris Farley. If you don't know him, you should look him up and unsubscribe from the channel, because if you don't know who Chris Farley is, I don't want to have anything to do with you. I'm just getting very heated thinking about people, especially young kids today that don't know some of the greatest artists to ever grace this entire universe, like Chris Farley. But if you remember the movie Black Sheep, Chris Farley's character borrows a cop car from his buddy, and it's all souped up, and it's a 4-door, it's a sedan, Caprice, with a nitrous kit and a bunch of mods and stuff. And I have wanted to build a Caprice as a tribute car to that movie for the longest time. And this thing's already got a white top. So if I vinyl wrap it the right way, I can build a clone of that car. Here's a picture of the car so you can see what I'm talking about.
Well, I got a 426 Hemi in her. 3/4 cams, nitro boosters. I can get her up to as good as 155. Never do, though, of course, unless I'm chasing a cute chick in a Ferrari. I guess I was going about 65, tops.
7 miles an hour. And normally when I stop people, they pull onto the shoulder.
So that film shaped my childhood and eventually would lead me to purchase this vehicle. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it. I really don't. But I do think it needs 700 horsepower, maybe 900, maybe 1,000, whatever. And to have this dude involved in some capacity if I decide to get wild with it. So at any rate, this is a short intro style video. There's not much to it, but I was too excited to put together anything crazy and over the top. I just wanted to get this out there because I am very excited. Thank you guys for watching. Tune in to the podcast Sundays, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to thank Monster Clutches for stepping up to be a title partner for our podcast. Brian Tooley Racing and also Force Performance Turbochargers are both core partners through 2022. So keep a lookout for some of their badass products. We'll be discussing those on the podcast, so on and so forth. Thank you all for watching and have a blessed rest of your day.